Hello. Oh, okay. It's been a day, whew, but I feel good about what I did with work. I got had a whole long list of things to do and managed to get most of it done except for one item. Um, Done right at 8 o'clock. So I feel pretty good about it. It was a long day, but it was a good day. All right. I was, excuse me. I wasn't sure I was going to play this today. 'Cause I'm still not sure if this is an enjoyable game to watch. I honestly kind of play. Like, I like it, I think. But also, sometimes I'm just like, I just need more. But also, it's the type of game. This is very fun, though. Um, I just want to finish this game. I don't know if we'll finish it today, but I feel like we're getting close. Maybe. Hello, picture of a crook. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? I wish I still had that hour break between that meeting that I'm now late to stream because of, but that'll happen when we return back to standard time and not daylight savings time. That's crazy. I heard about that. That's crazy. What happened? Was it was a I have no idea how that even happened, but I'm glad you're back with it. Um that sucks. I hate that. Like, if I don't have internet in my apartment, I don't have any connectivity because while my phone does have internet, it only works if I sit on a certain spot on my couch, and then I have to like lean in a weird way, and then I actually get service. Good took a party of the fiber. Google took a part of the fibers. What are you? So there was an issue with the fiber. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you're back now. Hopefully, it's not going to have any more issue, or maybe it's even better. Flood. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Oh, this flood has been crazy and very sad. Um, this is going to be a hard recovery for a lot of people. Really? I've only done 5 hours so 6 hours. That makes sense. Interesting. All right, let's get on with this. Let's get on with this rat killing, as my dad says. Oh, I guess we were looking at this scene again, where where the mermaid show up, or yeah, mermaid shows up and spears this guy, just like the best aim. And so we're trying to figure out who everyone is. I can't do anything with this. I think this is just the scene I was looking at once again. But yeah, that's definitely that guy. This guy just narrowly dodged, but he didn't dodge for long. For he was burned. Burned. We need to figure out who this guy is, but we know that I think this guy, and was it this guy or this guy, both got dragged to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, let's do this. These guys look very funny. So let's see. This guy. What story are we on? I thought this was something else. This is okay. This is where I thought we were. Okay, so we know majority of who died here. We're just not sure about this guy. Um. So we know that Who is O'Hagan? I think that's what we need to figure out. Like, hold up. Let's see. O'Hagan was. Once again, I forget I don't have to scroll. I can just move this up and down. Okay, so Patrick O'Hagan is a seaman from Ireland. Okay, so with that information, O'Hagan could be. Oops. This could be O'Hagan. But this could also be O'Hagan. But both of these people were were drowned. Nope. Why? Why? How do I have such poor mouse aim? It's wild. Nope. Okay. By a beast. This could be, and if we get him right, it'll automatically tell us, which would be sick. Okay, and then this guy. We only have 2 memories of him. His first memory was here. He was with the people who were sick. I'll tell you, I'm really annoyed by having to navigate with Q and E and A and D. It's ruining my life right now. Okay. Okay. So he was with the sick ones. It's amazing we still don't have this correct. I do know we have this guy, but who did he actually die by? Also, I don't remember who top men are. Be great if I could remember that. And how can you do this? Load her up. We best push off. This was at the very beginning. See, let me finish one thing at a time. If I can. That's the problem, is that I don't know. Oh, hey, Queen Jazz. You shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This is hard. You're giving a whole bunch of people. You're over here like, I got to talk about who everyone is. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is Samuel Galligan, who was shot with a gun, I don't honestly know how he died. And I would need to watch his story again. Right, and we haven't even gotten to the first thing that happened. We haven't filled in the first chapter at all. We've only gone through everything on all the other chapters except for that one thing, and it's a lot. It's a lot. This person was drowned. Who was he? That guy. I'll just fill in everyone, see if it sticks. I don't know. Is this O'Hagan? I don't think this guy. I feel like whoever O'Hagan is wouldn't be so truly. A lot of people messed up. So he says, "Sir, shoot them." But did he get shot? And so now we. Okay. One more time. Okay. I want to see where everyone is at this point. Okay, so this guy on fire. That's how he died. And the other people are all gone except for... Okay. Okay. That was useless. Not on that guy. We need to go from the earliest dead person, I guess. He's the last. She's the most recent one on this little excursion. How are y'all doing today? How was your day? Tell me about it. Tell me all the things. Okay, so we're still missing some of the people. We have the guy that's already been dragged down. This guy's been speared. This is... He was speared. No, he was knifed. He was knifed by this guy. That's what happened. Okay. He was not shot. He was knifed. I guess stabbed isn't good enough, so we have to be like he was knifed by this guy. Who is this guy? Great question. I'll get to you in a second. It Bing. Okay. Because he rushed him, stabbed him. What is Norp analog? We'll start there. Norp analog. Don't know what that is. Unless that's the game. No, that's not the Wizard Tower game you've been playing. Also, where is my brother? It is very funny. Where is my brother? I didn't know I assume he's gone out of town for work or church. One of those two. He's not just taking a vacation. Not without his lovely family. Okay, so it's the other one that you've been talking about. Okay, Kansas for work. Whew, Kansas. All right, I guess. Well, how long is he gone? When does he get back? Hopefully it's not too long. Okay, it's not too long. That's not too bad. I know you miss him though. So pretty sure that guy's correct. Unless this is... Nah, that's... This is either O'Hagan, which I don't think it is. I think it's second mate. Second mate Stewart Galligan. Okay. Okay, and I don't know if it does stuff when you're in this particular scene or screen. We know he was speared. We know he caught fire because he opened it. This guy was speared. Who is this guy? Oh, this must be the other guy, the main guy, the second mate, not the steward. That's that guy that got stabbed in the neck. Right? Just long enough to miss him. Okay, so this is the original first scene, I guess. I guess there's not a lot of dead people here yet, except for this guy. This guy with the pipe. I don't know. I don't know. This guy was definitely drowned. Okay. That's what I wanted to. Who is he? We have 5 memories of him. We have him where people died from sickness. And then he was on, I guess. That's not the same guy. We're looking at this one. I don't think we get to know who these guys are yet. Though one of these 3 people we don't know is O'Hagan. Maybe this guy? Nope. We have so many people picked and no one's right. Definitely sure this guy was definitely stabbed by it being, but knowing who he is, I mean, he was also kind of standing a little bit away. So maybe it is. We'll see. This guy was definitely dragged down. This is, yeah. This guy. Pipe guy. Oh, this guy. The other guy with the middle part. He got speared. I don't know why. Okay, he was speared. Okay, I have that down. So we know who they all are. So we know that they were both drowned by Terrible Beast. But we don't know who they are yet. I wish I could tell who could use guns. That would be great. But I feel like everyone uses guns. Okay, let's continue on. I don't think we're gonna get any new information. She gets gnawed on. He gets speared. He gets drowned. He gets stabbed in the neck. There's a knife on the floor. That's how. Okay. So not unknown. This guy, he's not gonna survive this. Much like everyone here. He's definitely dead. All right, let's go through. I don't think we're gonna get anything else at this point from this. We need to know more information. The question is, where do I go to get the more dead bodies? That's really the question I have. Like I've gone down. I don't know where there's new information, and that's part of the struggle here. Yeah, we've already done that. There's nothing over here that I can see. There's nothing here. It's got to be lower, and we've got to be missing like a bone somewhere. Or something. But I'm just not seeing anything. Oh, what was that? What was that? Found it. Okay, so oh, the thing that was going down got dropped on this guy. Okay. That is unfortunate. This guy, he's coming in. He's like, oh no! It's too late. Guy's dead. He's like, what's happening? Oh, look, we get a clear face of this, a clear view of this face. This is I think the Italian guy that played the violin. Okay. This is not a good time for this dude. He got crushed. And thus we start chapter 1. An unidentified stowaway was crushed inside a falling barrel. Ooh. Oh, that was chapter 1. Oh no. We have 2 pages of chapter 1, but we only have one person that we have to figure out who they are. Okay. I mean, we've already looked at the dead guy. Where's the dead? Where's more? Unless this is a different guy. Oh, there were 2 people here? So there's the one that's inside the barrel? I'm confused. Okay. Where are you zooming around to? Back here? Just right. Okay, so this is where this happened. Cool. We'll rewatch this again in case we missed something. Okay, this is something different. All they were trying to do was load stuff. What has... Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't reading chat for a hot second. So what so far has been the most deserved death and the weirdest death? I still think the weirdest death is being shot in the head with a cannon, because a kraken is over here attacking your ship, and it just happened to, pull the cannon at the same time someone lit the fuse, and at that point it was too late because they were also being crushed by the cannon at the same time. The whole cannon scene, that whole kraken issue was pretty rough. I didn't even get to look around, but that's fine. It's the same thing. Okay. Orlop? That we heard that as a name. That's the weirdest death. The most deserved death is definitely the second mate that was killed in the whole mermaid thing. Well, he was killed after the mermaid thing because he tried to get away with the treasure and whatnot, and took the Formosans hostage and even had one of them killed. So he's the most deserved one thus far. Honestly, the captain, pretty chill. Pretty chill. Orlop stern, neath the tiller, lower way. Oh, wait. No, down below. So that's either... So is that Orlop who died? He was crushed? Orlop? Orlop? Why am I not seeing Orlop? That's a name, right? Do I know how to read? That's the other question. Because I'm not seeing Orlop on here. Unless that's. Ugh, sorry. Orlop. I don't see Orlop on here. That's interesting. This was doomed from day one, apparently. Um, Maybe unknown crushed. Rigging cargo. Wait, why don't I see Orlop? Or do I just keep zooming past it? Orlop. I don't know. I don't see this guy on here. Which is not great. I feel like I should be able to find him, but he is not. This is just the cargo. He was playing cards. Oh wait. Well, that's not the guy who died. This is the guy who died. I don't know. This is such a strange thing. Okay, so oof. I mean, he was crushed, but ultimately it looks more like an internal decapitation. I guess the question is who's actually Orlop and why aren't they on here? On this list of crew people. Whose failure ended in this guy's death? That's really the question. We don't know. You've never heard of internal decapitation? This the decapitation where, your head doesn't plop off as if it were cut off. Your brainstem is just severed. And that's generally, the things that allow you to breathe and does all the basic stuff you don't think about, like manually breathing or blinking. It's a good time. But it's not good when that gets severed because that is an internal decapitation. It is, from what I hear. Less bloody at the very least, but it's not good. You're still not surviving it. Okay. We have everything. Oh, okay. I was wondering if there was more if I got out of the book at this point.
In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Interesting. Okay. I love that we don't see the mysterious stowaway at any point. But that's, he was in a barrel, I believe. So, unfortunate. If they hadn't died on day one of the ship, then it probably would have been pretty decent to escape all the bad things that happen, like with these guys or the Kraken or the whole cannon issues. Would have been fine. Okay. Now it's raining. Like we're moving forward in time. So not everyone died. I really expected everyone to have died. What do I do with? We're not frozen in time now. This is very confusing. I don't exactly know. Like I know what I need to be doing, but also like, is there something else that needs to be happening? Is really the question. Um, I guess now I just get to solve this, which is really hard. So we know. Interesting. Since I zoomed in on him, but I didn't click on him, we're looking at this is the very last part of the story. Um, of course, we start. This is where we started from. This is the first skeleton we looked at. Um, we still don't know who this guy is, but we know he was knifed, and we know he was here at this execution. I feel like I'm just missing something about the people who use guns. So maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Specialize in work above the deck. Okay. Top man are the people usually hanging up high. Midshipmen. Usually have privileged status. Okay. It says various officers and stuff. So they're not going to be the guy that uses the gun. So I think anyone who uses the gun, manual labor on or below deck, that carrying the ship's guns aligned with. Yeah, that makes sense. Orlop deck is the name of the deck. It's not the guy. That's cargo. I was looking for a guy, but I was thinking I was looking at the wrong thing. So that's nice to know. Nope. Once again, such bad mouse aim. It's wild. Okay, servant to the officer, hire the steward. Okay. So we're looking for someone who is categorized as a seaman, administrative. Okay, we haven't seen any of these people unless I wonder if we can identify who they are in the picture by what they may be doing. But this is all like everyone chilling, and so that's not a good thing. But I think these are all. Okay. Okay, so this is Justice at Sea. This is. But we know who she is. Why won't it? That's why we don't know who he is. That's why. We know who these two are, I guess. We're all three. He was clubbed. I mean, I guess something happened to everyone, so we have to figure out who they all are. The Formosan. I don't see any of the Formosans still here. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. There he is. Spiked by a terrible beast. How did he go? This is unholy captives. Unholy captives. Oh, this is when they were taking the mermaids off the thing. Okay. He was spiked? Was he spiked? Where did he die? I thought he was the guy that got struck by lightning. I don't know about that guy. Wait, what happens if I click on this? Oh, the guidance. Fate validation? Thanks, I guess. Okay, so what are these other things? Deduction rating of 3. What does that mean? Oh, it'll be difficult to deduce this person's identity. Okay. Okay. I didn't know. Okay, so this would also have a deduction of 3. Interesting. I haven't really paid attention to that. I'm just like, I'm going to guess everyone. That was a mistake. Don't do that. Okay, so we know what happened to all 3 of them. We don't know who he was killed by specifically, which is part of the annoyance here. Like, he was the one to do the shooting. But I feel like if we figure out who... It wasn't O'Hagan. It wasn't Peters. I don't know who this guy is. But he's the one that got taken out by the captain at the end. Let's see. Jump. This guy. We don't know who he is. Once we figure out who he is, because we know that he was stabbed by the captain at the inn. When they tried to take him out as a mutiny. But we just don't know his name. Because all this happened in the captain's quarters. Also with this guy. And then the captain killed himself. Because his wife... Hoscut? Terrell. Hoscut. We don't see a page for his wife. No, we've already got her. I just don't know where she was. Okay. We can remedy that. Yeah, that's the guy with the beanie. And there's the wife who was... Okay. Oh, yeah, she was crushed by this. By the Kraken. That's the Kraken. I was like, is this the Kraken? It is the Kraken. It's a bad time. It's a bad time. I can suspect that some people may have been taken off the boat and drowned, but it's hard to tell. Like, this guy looks like he was taken by the Kraken. Yeah, that's... We need to remember that guy, I guess. How terrifying that must be. I feel like the tentacles would be a bit thicker, but this is fine. Oh, this guy was also. Can I go up the stairs? Oh no, the water's blocking me. That makes sense. Can I step over the tentacle? No? Okay. Well, this guy also taken by the Kraken, so we can assume that about those two people. Okay. That guy definitely got ripped apart. A valiant effort. A valiant effort. But this is just unfortunate. Okay. Let's see. So that's what happened to her. And even though that had already happened, all that was over, he was like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. And they blamed the captain for every bad thing that happened. But I think it's just bad things happened, bad people happened, and some people survived it and some people didn't. Tough lesson to learn, I suppose. Someone flipped the table. I just really want to go right here. Okay. Okay, so she was in the Doom. So this was not even that close to the end, which means she'd been dead for a hot minute. Okay. So ES. Do we have anyone by the name of ES? E. O'Farrell, E. Jackson, Edward Sprout or Spratt? Maybe him. I don't see anyone else with those what is that called? Not signature initials. There we go. This is the dude that was pooping and got crushed. No one realized he was dying because they just, again, it was a turd. This guy let me on over my dead body. How's that? There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat. So someone is Danish. And this guy is the Danish one, I believe. Or this is the Danish guy. I think this guy may have been trying to get off the boat and go with them. But this guy said, over my dead body, and then someone shot him. Actually, two people shot at this guy, and he went down. So then this is the guy. So let's see who's Danish. Let's just see. Denmark. Okay, we got one Denmark. Okay, we only got one. Lars Lind. I don't know if that's necessarily what happened here, now that I think about it. How do we... Let's find him. Let's find this guy. Because I think he would be up a set of stairs. Is it this one? He's either this one or this guy. But this is the escape. This is not Doom. Okay. This is escape 2. This is still not...
Last one. Move quick. You'll not take the last punch.
So this is Paul. This is Paul O'Hagan. This is Paul O'Hagan. Was his name Paul? Patrick O'Hagan. So there's a Paul, there is a... Okay. Watch out, Paul. Okay, I had this wrong. Or... Let's see. Paul Moss. That's not who I think you are now. Oh no. This person, I think they're alive because they escaped. That was the whole point of this whole thing. Where were they going? Great question. Unknown. I don't know if that's accurate. I'm going to quit dealing with that. Watch out, Paul. Either this is Paul or this is Paul. I think this is Paul. I think this is Paul. Actually, now that I think about it. This is so hard and honestly a bit tedious. Let's look at this guy again. 3 memories. First memory. This is the first time we see this guy. He was hanging around. Something's not adding up. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do still... Where are they escaping to? Who all is down here? They said... Okay, but better yet, I want to finish the storyline of the Doom. Which I can't do from here. This is frustrating. Because it all seems like I have to deduce everyone without getting a lot of names in general. So that's this guy. Then this is the other guy at the same moment, but that's not who I want. So let's go see the other side. He might be over there. We know who they are. We have that same scene. You know how he ended up there. Oh, there's the other side is not what I thought it was. Cool. Love that. Unholy Captives. Okay. Okay.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来诶，全部讲出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害的较对人无过好，是啥人滚死的啊？He talk about the shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
that one, I guess. Oh, unholy captives. Okay, so this is cool. Okay. He knew about this. The Formosas knew about this. So this has got to be Chio 10. He was spiked. And this guy, where do we know him from? He was on the deck when they crushed someone. Oh, maybe he... He dodged. Both of these guys. It's just unfortunate that this... Did it go all the way through? How is he already spurting out blood, but it hasn't even gone all the way through this guy yet? Is it that long of a spike? I guess it is. Okay. So... Who are you, my guy? I don't know who you are. But what look at that aim. Looking at the life at sea, this is the last Formosan. This is Hawk Sang Lao. This is It Bing. This is Bunlan. And this is Chio Ten. So he was spiked by a terrible beast. I think we actually have this one correct. He knows what was in the chest. The other guy sitting there, he must be of the Chinese associates then. Also, we need to figure out who she is and she is, because these three, I think, all escaped. And that's Abigail Hoskut. She was crushed. Is unfortunate. This is Nunzio. We know that for sure. Because the ones we don't know are in, I think, cursive. But as soon as we know it goes into like Times New Roman or whatever font this is. Okay, so we also, this guy and this guy, I think these were the two standing there. He was spiked by an unknown beast, but who is he? I wish I could name him Bob, but that's not what we can do, unfortunately. Okay, so I wonder if there's a particular way that they stand when they're a steward of someone. Like, here's the captain, here's the first mate. Second mate, does the second mate have a hat too? Is this second mate? No. Second mate is this guy. We know this is second mate. So is this third mate? Can we do this by hat? Is there a third mate? And then where's other hat guy? I don't see any hats on anyone here. So let's see. This is... So maybe this is third mate and this is fourth mate. All the mates have the I'm going to call it vertical versus horizontal hats, like the captain. So this is fourth mate. And then let's see. This is the gunner. He was blasted by someone else. I don't know. It's really hard. It's overwhelming, and it's hard to want to stick with one line as you continue to look at people. You're like, let me follow this line of guy now. And so I'm trying to stay on task, but it's really hard. This guy was crushed by a cannon. This one, if this is the third mate, maybe this is the third mate steward. I did 3 more. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. This is very exciting. Okay. Okay. This is great. Okay, so okay, great. This is still a lot. So continuing to look at every one of these pictures, trying to, find the pattern, which thank goodness for finding that pattern, because now we know that this is fourth mate. We don't know who he was attacked by, though. Where was his end? He was in the escape. Okay, he was hit in the head by that guy. Okay. That's a wild story. This guy has been part of so many deaths. Okay, so then let's go back to the picture, because I think that might be able to allow us to see who the mate stewards are. So if this is fourth mate, then maybe this is the fourth mate steward. They say that they look pretty like privileged, and so this guy has slicked down hair. He has, pants and stuff that mostly fit. He has on his suit coat, so maybe he's a little bit more. Maybe this is fourth mate seaman. No, steward. There we go. Okay, in which case, if this is second mate, where's second mate steward? Like, I thought that was actually him. But he seems a little bit far away. We also don't have these two correct either. These are not correct ones. So that looks like a traceman if I've ever seen one. Actually, this guy, he looks like he might do surgery. He might be like the barber / surgeon. He disappeared in the escape. The surgeon's room? Am I wrong? I think I might be onto something with that. I might be onto something with that. So let's go back to him. You can tell by his mustache. Let's assume he's the surgeon. Okay. What we still need to do is figure out who Patrick O'Hagan is, because I'm back on the people with the mermaids. O'Hagan and this guy was killed. This guy, who are you? We have some people from China, which would fit, but we don't know much about them, and we don't have a huge story with them. Is this one of the other guys from China? It's hard to tell, but you can kind of tell by their clothing too. Clothes tell a story too. I wish I knew who this guy was. Like, there's nothing that really tells me who he is. I can't imagine him being a barber, though. Like, just because you don't hair doesn't mean you can't cut hair. This guy, he wouldn't be a midshipman. He would be one of the other guys. I don't have a name for him. I'm trying to see there's a guy from Sierra Leone, and so I can only assume there's not a lot of black people on this. And so maybe that could be him, or I'm trying to determine who could be someone from Sierra Leone. Okay. So then we're back to this guy who we still don't know. Unless this is. I don't know. Okay. Let's quit trying to guess. Let's take a look. This guy was lucky. This guy's like, I don't know what's going on around here. This kind of looks like a surgeon, I guess. Maybe I don't have the right guy. I can't get any closer to his face. So maybe I need to rethink who set surgeon is. Let's see if we can find this guy who has a beard and the male pattern baldness. And not just like a mustache. We still don't know who clubbed him. He doesn't have the male pattern baldness. But we also still don't. This could be that guy. Unless this is the butcher. This kind of gives butcher apron, doesn't it? But I guess this one does too. He's wearing an apron. Who's the butcher? Carpenter, maybe. This is not. This one is a deductive point system, whatever they call it. The deduction rating of 2. So he's not as difficult. Oh, we already got this guy. This is tough. Okay. I'm like, I've never seen some of these people in my life. Solomon Syed. I'm trying to get over here, but I keep clicking the wrong thing. He was from India, so I assume that he's friends with the other 3 people from India, but this is an assumption. I assume that's who he's sitting with on the ship. There we go. I'm trying to get back here. Like, all 3 of these guys. I guess these 3. So he was crushed. This guy, he also was sick, so maybe just throw them in here. I don't know what the order should be. I solved another 3 somehow. Okay, he is the butcher. That is Paul O'Hagan. Okay, and that is William. Okay, so we just gotta switch the other 2 guys around, and we'll have all the Indian people checked off, which would be great. This is crazy. Okay. Let's go to I don't know if on a roll or just really good at kind of deducing / guessing. Feels more like a guess sometimes, but I'm using context clues to, making assumptions, which I really don't enjoy doing, but here we are. So let's do that and then change him to... Wait, I forgot what I just did. Hang on a second. Okay, so we already checked off. This is who I was trying to switch him to. I think. Yeah, and this is other guy. Okay. We'll leave that there. We might have gotten that wrong, but we'll see. I hope I'm subconsciously making connections, because right now, consciously, I am not. So there's not a lot of women on this. There's at least 4 women on this boat at this point. We know 2 of them. They're both dead, but 2 of them did escape. And so I feel like if we can figure out who the other 2 women are, which we can kind of see for the most part. Most everyone here is from England or the UK in general. So if we can kind of check who has like a more feminine first name, that might be useful. And I also would assume they wouldn't be working on the ship. I would assume they are passengers. So we have Miss Jane and we have Emily. And I don't know who's who. We have no real context. And I can only assume that she's still alive in England. United Kingdom. Unless... I don't know where the ship ended, ultimately. But we'll see. Okay, but I think we know who these 2 women are. They can be switched. They can be switched. Their home was definitely that. Maybe we'll switch them. Let's switch. This is now Miss Jane and this is now Emily. This is not giving Emily vibes. I will say that. Her hair suggests anything but Emily. That's all I'm going to throw out there. And I could be wrong. And now I'm going to switch one back because she definitely doesn't feel like an Emily. This one feels like an Emily. She feels youthful, different generation of naming, that kind of thing. Why can't I see? Okay, there we go. Okay. But that, yes, they are just passengers. Is this guy just a passenger? He kind of looks like he works here. Okay. Okay, so we've got the entire Formosan. Oh, we don't have this guy. Why do we not have this guy yet? Oh, because we don't know who actually shot him. Because we don't know who this guy specifically is. And we have a lot of memories because he's been here so much. He was here for the falling cargo. So we're getting things done. We got a lot of check marks going. This is incredible. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can find the cook. Like, would the cook be wearing a chef's hat? Is that what we're doing today? Are we being aggressively? I don't know the word I'm looking. This is the butcher. We know this is the butcher. We know him somehow. This guy was torn apart. Fascinating. I like his tattoos. They're very fascinating. He was here for the sickness. Okay. We don't have this guy done still because he's the one who was definitely shot by this guy. He gave the winning shot. Unless he did? Okay. I think that's something we can go investigate. Let's go through this door. Okay. I'm still looking at this going, just trying to figure everything out. He has on an unusual hat. But I guess we don't get to know who you are until you die, and that's a little bit unfortunate. They're trying to bring in stuff after they killed this guy, which honestly, not wrong. Do we think fascinating? We know who that is. We don't know who this is. But this is the only guy that actually looks black to me. In which case, let's go to, I guess, Unholy Captives. Maybe this is the guy from Sierra Leone. Okay. He was spiked. This guy, Lucky. That's the gunner, I believe, because he wears the weird top hat thing. Maybe that's not the gunner. Is this the guy that I thought was the surgeon? You know, I kind of think, what if the surgeon has an assistant? That could be the surgeon's assistant. Everyone has an assistant here. Surgeon's mate, James Wallace. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be this guy. No. That was a good test, though. Okay, let's go through the door. Let's continue on. Getting distracted over here by everything. Okay. I should have got more water before stream. Okay, those are those two guys. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
It's this guy.
Captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir.
That's Mr. Wolf with his top hat. And that's the guy that gave the killing shot. Okay. He's also like the third to last guy to die on this whole ship. At the very end. So he's the one. Okay. But we still don't know who this guy is. We still don't. I love how it doesn't check off anyone until they've already died. And at this point, I don't think we have anyone who's died before this point. Maybe we have. I don't know why it's showing everyone. I don't know why it's showing everyone. It's kind of interesting. No. But they're also screaming mutiny. And so also the guy didn't have a Russian accent. I'm trying to think back to the very last thing. There's only a few people that are English on here who are also just like regular guys. Also, who you know what, never mind. That's not a question for now. Henry, I think, has already been killed. I don't know. I don't know how to solve for this guy. This is the guy that I want to solve for so bad because it feels like we should be able to, but it makes it really hard to. And he's supposed to be the easiest one to figure out. So William Hoscut is friends with this guy. Let's see. Okay. We're going to go check this out. Goodness gracious, there's a lot going on right there. Every time I see that chicken, I'm like, look, it's a chicken. A rooster even. Okay.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
What a cool moment. The appearance of this, as if you're this guy who got shot. So he speaks with a plain British accent, for what I can tell. This guy actually sounds more Irish, and he sounds exactly as you think he would. Okay. Okay, so then trying to see if there's anything else I can see, but no. So the captain married his sister, I believe. So we know these two for sure. He got knifed by the captain, but we still don't know who he is. It's what a weird thing. What a crazy thing to not be able to see or figure out who this guy is. He's a seaman. We know that much. He is English. I guess he could be Welsh. And I think Samuel... I don't know. I'm back at this being Alexander Booth for no reason whatsoever. Okay. Interesting that it's raining, though. Okay. We're still a bit of ways from figuring out who everyone is. We don't know this guy. This is one of the... This is a top sell person. This is a top guy. A top man, I think is what they're called. But they're all Chinese. Oh no. Okay. Let's watch his story. Maybe we can figure out. Okay. Because we know this is where the crab people came out. Which is horribly unfortunate. Okay. And no one else is injured, but this is one of the Chinese delegates, or top men, I'll go. This is an... Oh, look. There's this guy with the tattoos. There's one of the Chinese. This is another one of the Chinese, maybe? Who are you, dude? That must be another one. And then there's this one, because there's 4... Okay. But he's the only one who died in that moment. I guess there's no way of getting up there because there's no jumping. Unless I'm trying to get on my boat, which my boat is right there. Okay, we know what happened to those two. We know what happened to this guy. We've gone over so many times what happened to this person. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, this is the Dane thing that I was looking for in the first place.
Boys, get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother.
What?
That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
So, this is definitely the Danish guy. What beef did you have, sir? This guy. We don't know what happened to these two? Okay, so we know what happened to him. We know he was clubbed by someone who is not from Denmark. Who has basic disdain for the Danes? It's a great question. But it was a guy with an English accent, that's for sure. What is a purser? I don't know what a purser is. We have a lot of people down, but none of them are correct, or at least we don't have 3 correct, which is fine. You killed my brother. Do we have brothers on here? Okay. Hear me out. Does this look like an accountant right here? But also, why are they getting off the ship now? He had a brother. This could also... And this is the assistant to, I assume, that guy. Yes, the big book is the teller of all. So that is the Doom. We don't know who his brother is. Let's... Okay, so we have a Nathan Peters, we have a Samuel Peters. Okay. English, obviously. So one of these two is the guy that's clubbing the other guy, and the other one's died in some other manner. I got 3 more. I was like, the higher up, the higher the rank. So if his younger brother... Okay, so we know that's... Okay. Nice. He thought they were damaging a real book, but maybe it's just a book of accounts. He's the bookkeeper. He's doing the most out here. He's doing a lot. He's trying to keep up with all the weird, unregulated cost of everything. Okay, so we have Lars. We got him. We have Edward. We still don't have this guy. So maybe I need to switch his name to this man. This is now Abraham. And the other guy is Winfred, or whatever his name was. We know he was blasted, but we don't know exactly who lit the fuse. We do have this one. Okay, man, we are doing so good. We're doing really good. Okay, let's go back to the Doom. Okay, we got Oh, this is the beginning of the Kraken thing. He burned to death. Throw the powder. Yeah. What happened here? He got crushed. We know that. Okay. So Samuel Peters must be. Okay. I think I have an idea of who he must be. He's the younger brother of that guy. I think he died. Ooh. Let's go over here. I wasn't sure which way to go down. I think he died. Well, can I get to that? Was it? It wasn't murder. It wasn't bitter cold. Maybe it's under bargain. Oh, we still have a whole other chapter. What do you mean? I have to leave the ship? I have to leave and return the book. Interesting. And then I just get to figure out who everyone is here. All the people who didn't die. This is all in the Doom. Yeah. Okay. This guy was definitely torn apart. Don't know who he is. What an interesting looking fellow. He was the one attached to the crab guy. Yeah, this is all Kraken related. This is. Oh, these are the people that are attached. Okay, I see. This is the crab people, and then the Kraken happened. It's hard to keep track of all of the things that happened on this ship. So I guess I was right on. Okay, so the butcher. Okay, I think I was on a roll with. Nope. Let's go back to the picture and see if we can figure out who everyone is based on how they look in the worst possible ways. Some people are easy to kind of see, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like he looks like a butcher. He has the apron on. He was tail whipped. Let's go ahead and put this on. Okay. He's from. Is he the Persian guy? Oh, I guess there's one more. There's another steward. There's a ship steward. What is that's the vaguest term of. Anyway, he's from England, but this guy must be the Persian. We don't know how he went though. Okay, so surgeon's mate. Okay, that makes sense. He was clawed. We know how they all went, unfortunately. We don't know who shot him yet, but we're getting close. Okay. What do we... Okay. We have 4 memories of this guy. First time we see him. Okay. As with all of them, it's useless. Okay. We have them all. Well, we don't have this one. This is all after the... Oh, the murder's pretty early, so he's not gone yet. This is obviously pre this. Okay, so you are... Okay, the first mate steward. Here's first mate right here. How close would he be standing behind? If that's a surgeon, is this the cook? No, this is the guy that drives the ship. He's the helmsman. We don't know what happened to him. He was burned. Does he look like... Second mate Stewart? He's kind of standing far back. And this looks like someone in training. No. I don't like that as an option. I mean, it might be correct. These all look kind of privileged people. This guy was electrocuted. This is one of the other... Okay. He's kind of hard to find. Okay, that's fine. Do we have any clue as to how people might dress? Let's see. Let's look at these again. Foreman in charge of general crew operations and equipment required to sail the ship. The purser, that's the administrator, is that guy. Steward. Okay. Who would be the ship steward? That sounds crazy. That's not even the ship steward is the steward to the ship? Like, I'm so confused about that particular position. Who would be on rigging? Officer in training. So that would be the privileged people too. There we go. Servant to an officer, general duties to comfort their employer. Yes. Personal assistant. That's what that is. Then the midshipmen are officers in training. Okay, so if we go with that logic, let's take a look at this. If this is an officer, I feel like that's the surgeon. Is this the guy that was on the boat? I think so. I think this is the purser. He's alive in Scotland. UK. Could be wrong. We'll see. I don't know where he is. He's the helmsman. Where did he go? We only have 2 memories of him. He disappeared in the Doom, which means... Oh, I think he actually got taken overboard. He was drowned. by a beast. I did another one. I solved all the fates in chapter 2. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, that feels obvious about those guys. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're doing this. We're doing this. Okay, so what else can we figure out? Oh. He's going to be the hardest guy because he's the common denominator. But we know that Nathan Peters clubbed. Was it Lars? Was it? Oh, did we not get Lars yet? I thought we got. Yeah, we did. We got Lars Lin but we did get him, and yes, he was taken in. I thought I saw that guy. Okay. Still don't know who he is, but that's okay. We'll find out. This is the steward to him. Yes, we did get Lars. He was clubbed by Nathan Peters. Who is Nathan Peters? I don't think that's him. Okay. Anyways, we're going to continue looking. Nathan Peters. Okay, let's continue to look. Actually, let's do this. We know what happened to him. We just don't know who he is, unfortunately. We know who all three of those are. We know this guy. We don't know this guy yet, but I feel like we're going to. So this guy got clubbed. This is the guy with a mighty beard. We've seen this guy before. He is this guy. He was clubbed by the captain. Do top men wear something different than the other guys? Also, why are you falling back? You know what? This is fine. You might be doing something. You're just drunk. Okay. He's another top man. There's not that many. There's this guy. There's also one guy at the here. Volkov. But he's a top man. We saw him hanging out on the mast and everything. And then we have the one Scottish guy. But we don't know what he sounds like yet. So, but we know he was torn apart. We know. Oh, you know what? I think that's him. Okay. Okay, let's go out. We're gonna go investigate the scene of the Kraken again. It was so much chaos to begin with. Okay. That is this guy right here, I think. I don't know if this is the same guy. But another guy that was torn apart. So we didn't get any words from him, but he was definitely torn apart. He had a sword. There's this guy who we've seen several times. He was hanging back with the Formosans, tossing guns. Okay. That pig has no idea what's going on, or maybe it does. Okay. They've already chopped off a tentacle, which is cool. So this guy is over here shooting. I'm trying to see his face. But this is the guy. We have no more context for him, unfortunately. We don't get any words. We just get screams and then a particular scream as he's torn apart. I don't know what to do with that information right now. This guy, he's hanging on for dear life, but I can't see his face. But you know, valid. Look at what's happening. I love that there's this myth of the Kraken, where their tentacles come out and grabs people. I didn't realize so many people were actually over here. Oh. So the guy that the accountant, all part of this, sorry, excuse me, they all got yeeted. Nathan Peters, the guy, and the accountant all got yeeted. Poor boys, indeed. So they got yeeted. So they're drowning. That's good information. Okay, so... Okay. He is not alive. He drowned. He is... I don't know. Right now, this guy is very much alive. I suspect he's going to stab this thing and not let go and get taken into the water. I would almost say I think everyone just drowned who was still fighting at this point. Up above, at least. Except for maybe him. Definitely not this guy. Are you okay? Are you injured, or are you just waiting for your chance? This guy, what did you do? You threw that spear. You're still with us for now, so congrats. But this guy... I don't know, but I remember his profile from the Formosans. This guy. Okay, this is one of the top men. I guess the top men all... Oh, let's find out where they all are. Aside from the one that landed. Okay, there's this guy right here. He seems all right. He seems safe. Ish. I think he would be okay. I don't know. The goat's fine. That's water. I had to make sure. Sorry, I just keep running over these people who are frozen in time in this memory. That's water. Maybe they all drowned because the water came over in such a huge wave. Like, I think the water would hit this guy so hard he'd bash his head against the thing and get taken out with blunt force damage, blunt force trauma. Okay. So that is tattoo guy. And all this is happening over here. I think. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell which side of the boat we're on. Okay. This, he disappeared during the doom, didn't he? Yes. I think he drowned. Are there certain people that wear just striped shirts on a ship? Because I don't know. Who's the captain steward? Nah. He was... I don't know. There's a lot more to this, and we're running out of time. So I think that's where I'll leave this. This has been very productive. We got 15 people identified, I believe, this today. So that's exciting. Yet so many more. It's nice to get them, but it also feels like pulling teeth trying to think and deduce. So we'll figure out, we'll see how this goes. I might continue next week, might try to play something else. We'll see. Depends on how much energy I have to try and figure something else by Monday, and then on Monday, how Monday goes. Anyways, this has been a great time. Thank you so much. I honestly am impressed that I managed to figure out some of these people just by looking at them with my eyeballs. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for coming today. I'm tired. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for coming to this Monday stream. I always enjoy everyone when they come here. It's always a fun time. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday and a great rest of your week. And I will... I just hit my microphone to my face. Also remember to catch Ramona the Gob on Twitch on Thursday at 1 p.m. She's going to be streaming more Kingdom Hearts. It's a good time. It's a good time. I've never seen this game. It's pretty fun. I'm not sure how main character is running around with his shoes that big and so fast. He should be tripping. So it's a fun time though. I'm also enjoying this weird game that she's playing on Mondays, Jersey Devil. The music is incredible. The game itself gets jankier and jankier the longer she plays through it, but it's hilarious and also very frustrating. But I enjoy the music to it. The music is fully epic, and for what? It's great. His parents are clowns. That's very funny. Yes, yes, we've seen the dip into insanity today. It was great. Anyways, thank y'all for coming to the stream. Go check out Ramona the Gob, and I will catch up with y'all next Monday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye.